Well, Bitcoin's record rally showing no signs of slowing, now topping $71,000 for the first time ever as more investors pour money into the digital asset through spot Bitcoin ETFs. Yahoo Finance's David Hollerith joining us now with more. And David, we talk about this momentum trade, the fact that it almost seems like nothing is going to be slowing down Bitcoin, at least anytime soon.
Yeah, that's right. And there are a lot of narratives out there about sort of the supply and demand dynamics, what's going on with Bitcoin. But as you pointed out, the top of it is it's really still about the ETFs and just what kind of machine this is when asset managers start buying. So analysts sort of track how much buying happens. And you look at investment flows, there's been about $10 million of investment flows into these spot Bitcoin ETFs since they launched in January. And that translates to about 4,000 coins on average per day. And Bitcoin creates about 900 coins per day. So what's happening right now is just sheer supply and demand dynamics, as other guests have pointed out too. It's just that we're seeing huge amounts of demand right now, and it looks like there's going to be continued sort of demand stories coming out through the rest of the year or so.
And when we think about that demand story, I mean, some of it's going to be a larger international type of thread that we're going to have to draw here too. And we think about what just took place with the UK, and it looks like they're clearing the way for ETPs, Bitcoin ETPs, to come there. So how much of this is a global story as well of utilization, but also as an investment asset too?
Yeah, the actual use cases for Bitcoin, which we're not actually talking about that much these days, are really around emerging markets and how it's going to be used. And that's still a pretty small amount of how much the asset's actually being used. So, we're still waiting to see that, but really as an emerging international currency is kind of the main story that Bitcoin bulls will talk about. So you got to see more of that to happen for it to really, continue to have steam.
Dave, good to see you live in living color here in studio in New York. Thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Pleasure.